Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Well, it's great to be here, and this is, I think, the issue for the United States in the 21st century is how to deal with rising China. And on the military side, I think it's important as we look at this question that we send China a single, short, clear message. You will never prevail over the United States. What China is doing is engaging in one of the most massive and rapid military buildups in international history. It's expanding its nuclear weapons capability, it's expanding its ballistic missiles, it's modernizing its extensive conventional forces, it's building the first blue water navy in China's history in the last 600 years. It has one of the world's most extensive cyber warfare programs, one of the most advanced anti-satellite programs to knock our intelligence gathering equipment out of the sky. It has anti-access area denial weaponry to push the United States Navy back from the shores of the Western Pacific, where we've provided security since 1945. It has an enormous investment in developing the People's Liberation Army. We don't know the exact size of the budget because they don't release those figures conveniently the way we do, but make no mistake, they are determined to achieve superiority over us and our friends in the East and Southeast Asian region. They are acting belligerently already in the East China Sea, threatening our friends and allies on Taiwan. They've got Japan and South Korea worried. They are creating a Chinese province in the South China Sea. They're building naval bases on rocks and reefs that on a good day are 3 inches out of the water. And that would give them the ability to turn these international waters into a Chinese lake, to cut off the oil that flows from the Middle East to Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan, and to establish dominance there. And it goes beyond that. Today, China is mapping the seabed in the Indian Ocean. Why? Not because they're looking for fish, I can tell you that, but because they are prepared to challenge India in their own neighborhood. They're building up a capability to put ballistic missile submarines out there and hide them even from us. They've engaged in the kind of strategic thinking that we can only dream about. You've probably heard of the One Belt, One Road initiative, which is an infrastructure plan to link all of the countries in Eurasia to China by maritime, the Maritime Silk Road as they call it, and the communications and transportation infrastructure in Asia. This is a massive undertaking, and it's proceeding on or ahead of schedule. They have done any number of other things to undercut the United States and its allies in Asia. As Steve said, let's be clear, the North Korean nuclear weapons program would end tomorrow if China wanted it to. They, for 25 years, have been deceiving the United States, saying that they wanted to eliminate that program. They haven't done much of anything. This is the kind of existential threat that gives new meaning to the word existential. It's one reason why the president needs not just the kind of missile defense system for the United States the Bush administration contemplated to deal with the rogue states like Iran and North Korea. We need the kind of missile defense system that Ronald Reagan proposed initially in the Strategic Defense Initiative, and we need it right now. We also need a massive military buildup. We need to increase the number of ships in the Navy, upwards of 350. We need massive new capabilities in the air and for our land forces. The president's taken an important step with his military budget, but a lot more work needs to be done. I agree with everybody in this room. We don't want the budget deficit to go up. Believe me, there are plenty of wasteful domestic programs that can still be cut. Let's get rid of them while we're at it. We need a comprehensive national debate on why preventing China from becoming the dominant world power in the 21st century is something that all Americans should commit to. Let's hear the Democrats explain why they disagree with that. Let's hear the Democrats explain how they think they're going to deal with China. The way Barack Obama dealt with China, how was that for an example? The way Hillary Clinton would have dealt with China if she had been elected. The way Elizabeth Warren would deal with China if she were elected. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, this is significant. I understand during these 3 days we're going to talk about a lot of very important domestic issues. There's no question that the state of the economy is top of mind, and there are any number of other issues you're all familiar with. But I would put to you this one thesis. If the United States is not safe, all the other issues are secondary. All the other issues are secondary. And if there's one glue, there's one glue that's held the conservative movement together ever since the days of Barry Goldwater. It's that we believe in peace through strength. We want a strong America. We want Donald Trump to give that to us. Thank you very much.